So this is where Phaeroh is. Should be. I wasn't able to see him when we came to the desert, but I think this is where we can meet him. I hope nothing bad will happen. What if he suddenly attacks us? I can't make any guarantees. I don't think we'll have a say in the matter. Carol, are you okay? No, I'm not okay. I should go. Phaeroh sure did pick a bleak place to live in, don't you think? They say this area used to be covered in lush greenery. Why did it turn into this rocky desert? I don't know that much. Estelle, are you really going to meet him? Even though you could be killed? Yes, I've already made my peace with this decision. Rita, you've been acting a little funny ever since hearing Judy's story on the ship. Do you have a problem with meeting Phaeroh? I just think it'll be hard on her to hear what he has to say, but if it's too late to turn back now. You've come this far after all. And welcome back to Let's Play Tales of Vesperia Blind. Sort of. Well, there was a recording mishap, so I'm actually redoing this part, but last time we finished up a bunch of side quests like in Halure and a couple other places, and this time we are finally heading to meet Phaeroh.
Well, he doesn't seem to be here. Maybe he's off somewhere taking a nap.
Phaeroh, you are here, aren't you?
Ah!
Insipid poison, you appear before me at last.
So you are here. Is that how you greet all your guests, Phaeroh? By calling them names?
For what reason have you come to me? Surely you are aware that I could end your existence with a mere thought.
You talk pretty big, don't you? Well, if you really want to fight, I'd hate to disappoint you.
Yuri, no! Everyone, please wait!
Estelle!
Phaeroh, please hear what I have to say.
Does death hold no fear for you, little one? For you gaze now into the mouth of death itself.
I am afraid, but I'm even more afraid of dying without knowing who I really am. Bellius told me I needed to meet you to learn about my destiny. I have to know just what that destiny is. I understand that I am a threat to the Entelikeia, but you said that I am a poison to this world. What is this power I have? Just who is the child of the full moon? If it is true that my existence cannot be tolerated, then it's okay if I have to die. But I at least deserve to know why it is I have to die. Please tell me, I beg of you.
There was a time when this was a verdant land, sheltered by the blessing of an air crene.
So there was an air crene here. But what happened? Why did it change?
What you see are the results of too much air and its aftermath. As to why the air ran rampant, the answer lies with the poison brought by the child of the full moon.
Huh?
The power of the child of the full moon stimulates the air crene more than any blastia.
Huh?
Blastia convert air into energy by way of a formula. So if Estelle can use her healing arts without the aid of any Blastia, she must possess a formula in her very being that lets her convert air into energy. Judith was searching for Blastia that used a particular kind of formula. So, this special formula Estelle has must also consume massive amounts of air, which causes the air crene to become more active and pump out more air than they should. I had hoped my hypothesis would have been wrong.
Then
It is as she has said. With each use of her power, the child of the full moon uses far more air than the Blastia. In so doing, the imbalance of air in this world is furthered. For the planet, such an existence can only be called a poison.
So you just wipe it out then? Little quick to judge, aren't you, Phaeroh?
This problem concerns the entire planet, and she is its cause. To do nothing would be unparalleled folly.
If the problem's with Estelle, then it's for us to solve. You have no place in our affairs.
The gravity of this situation is beyond your grasp.
You don't honestly think that everything's gonna be all sunshine and rainbows if Estelle dies, do you?
It would at least eliminate one problem.
Phaeroh, at Heliord I stopped myself. And again at Dawngrest I stopped you. What I thought was a Blastia turned out to be a human. Before I realized it, I had lost my way. I never thought this child could be as great a danger as you had said.
And due to your confusion, I granted you the time necessary to see things as they are. As a result, my sister Belius is now lost to me. Enough. This power will bring only ruin.
Not sure I understand all this, but if her power's the problem, why can't she just not use it?
There can be no guarantee she will not try to use the power.
That's true. She does have trouble turning a blind eye to things happening around her. Someday she will surely use her power to help someone. However, as long as she keeps that spirit of compassion, she cannot only be seen as harmful. She is not like a Blastia. I know that you can feel the difference.
Compassion alone will not save this world.
Listen, Phaeroh, I get that you've thought all this through with everybody's best interest in mind. But why doesn't that world have a place for Estelle?
It is sometimes necessary to remove a part to save the whole.
I don't buy that for a second. What makes you so high and mighty that you're the one to decide who gets cut and who doesn't?
We have endured the anxiety of existence for far greater a span than you can conceive. Such words mean nothing from those who call this world home for but a fleeting moment.
Phaeroh, please, listen. The important thing is finding a way to stop the excessive air, correct? We still have time left to search for such a thing.
Judith.
And if the effects of Estelle's power reach their absolute limit, I will kill her as promised. You should have no complaint with this.
Hey, Judith, are you serious?
I'm sure brave Vesperia will come up with something before that happens, right?
What? Yeah, of course we will.
Well, score one for Judith. So that settles it. If we humans are to blame for Estelle's problem and bringing on the apocalypse, then it's up to us to make things right. If we give it all we've got and still blow it, then you can slow roast us on a grill for all I care.
You have changed. If you were still as before.
Have I? That is nice to hear.
Very well. Be ever mindful, though, that time is fleeting.
Wait! If the formulas are causing the excessive air, then there must have been times when this happened in the past. I mean, the Blastia were a product of an ancient civilization.
There exist those who have inherited the sins of the past. If any yet can speak of what occurred in the days of old, it is they.
He's done.
Thanks for everything, Yuri. Judith, you too.
No problem. But hey,
What?
it's okay if I have to die? What the hell was that?
I'm sorry.
I don't want to hear that again.
I'm sorry.
Man, I was really worried there for a while.
We were pretty lucky that bruiser was in a mood for conversation. Poor Raven's heart can't handle that sort of stuff anymore.
If he really wanted to kill Estelle, he'd have attacked us immediately. And that's what I can't figure out.
I imagine Phaeroh was conflicted as well. He hid himself from us in the desert to see just what we were made of.
Huh. Maybe he wasn't as bad as we thought after all.
You might be right. I get the feeling he'd do whatever's necessary when push comes to shove.
That sounds like you.
Maybe.
But what are we gonna do, Yuri? You heard what he said.
We're going to fix the problems the air's causing, and that's all.
That's easier said than done. We're pretty much at square one, you know.
There's no doubt that the formulas are related somehow to the air getting used up. We need to find out about the ancient Blastia, and if they went berserk or not. If we had that kind of information, it might give us a clue.
Ask those who have inherited the sins of the past about the days of old. Or at least that's what Phaeroh said.
The Kritia were the ones to invent the Blastia. In other words, we need to ask a Kritian who is still familiar with the old stories.
Yeah, the Kritia are often credited as the inventors of the Blastia.
There isn't much left of the Critian city of Timza, though. Things might be different if we had somewhere else to look.
The hidden city of Miorzo. It is far older than Timza, and the birthplace of the Kritia. The first Blastia also originated there.
Really? Well, what do you know? You wouldn't happen to know where this Miorzo might be, would you, darling?
I've heard that name somewhere. There was a Critian in Ospio. I'm sure they mentioned something about it.
Do you think that person might still be there?
Well, there's no harm in checking it out.
Judith, are you coming with us?
I should. We still have the issue of the guild to straighten out.
So, to Ospio then.
Oh, my heart!
Whoa, are you okay, old man?
It's just the sound of money gets this old heart racing. Stop that jingling, would you, Carol?
Huh? All right, whatever.
I can't believe how much gold we have.
I bet it would feel great to spend all this gold at once.
No way! We still need to save lots more.
Ah, sounds like you've got plans for the future, kid. Saving for a hideout for brave Vesperia?
No, I wasn't thinking of that. It's just that saving lots of money feels good, you know?
You know what they call that, kid? Penny pinching, that's what.
There's no use hoarding your money for later. You gotta spend it all at once. Go wild.
No, that's even worse. You kids have got no sense of moderation.
All right, old man, then what do you think we should do with it?
Just invest it in Old Raven. My secret guild knowledge will give you back 100 times as much.
Pass.
Wow, that was an ill-timed skit, if I've ever seen one. So I guess we're going to Ospio. But first, I actually wanted to see something in Mantake. Apparently there's an event in here that we can actually access. I don't know how long this event's really been available, but I actually found it off screen by accident and wanted to show it. I see, so the chief and the others left town this morning. Not sure if they left town, but they did spend the night here last night. And I'm fairly sure that their leader was your chief. I see. Mister, who is that man just now? Oh, he said something about being a member of a guild called the Hunting Blades, I believe. Seems he got separated from the rest of his guild, though. Did Nan stay here last night? Nan? Chill out, Carol. You can't expect him to know that. Sir, members of that guild were staying in this inn, correct? Yeah, they were here until early this morning. Was there a girl with brown hair traveling with them? Actually, I seem to remember someone like that. Yeah, she looked like she'd been injured somehow. That must be her wounds from fighting with us. Oh no. You don't know that for sure. Those guys get into fights all the time. Hey, Yuri, you think we might be here for the night? Looks like the kid's a mess. Some relaxation to be good for his nerves. You sure it's not that you're tired and want to rest? Well, there's that too. Good idea. Let's get some rest. Well, you said it. Man. Can't sleep, huh? Judith, why are you up? It's so late. I was just watching the moon. The moon? You're worried for that girl? Yeah. You're a nice kid, Carol. I've been in so many different guilds, but I ended up doing a cruddy job in all of them and quitting, so all the guilds just gave up on me. But then Nan, she invited you into her guild. Yeah, but we still haven't made up since we got in that fight. I'm sorry, I'm a member of Vesperia now. I shouldn't be thinking about all this. I don't blame you for it. She's important to you, right? How did you... You wouldn't carry around a picture of her if she wasn't important. You knew? I've seen you looking at a picture with that silly look on your face several times now. Oh, I got a friend from the photography guild I used to belong to take that picture for me. A little photography on the sly. No, I mean, he just happened to take it as she was passing by. I mean, I guess it works out to the same thing. What a naughty boy, but I don't think it's all that bad, really. Really? I wonder, do you think we'll run into her again? I'm not sure. No, I know we will. I still have to make up with her. Good luck with that. Well, I'm going to go to bed. Good night. Oh yeah, thanks, Judith.
Hey, do you mind if I have a gel?
Carol, I don't really think you should eat those unless you need them.
But I can't stop thinking about how good they taste. Or the smooshy way they feel between my teeth.
I noticed we've had fewer gels lately. You've been snacking on them, haven't you?
I want them so badly I can't sleep. And here you've been eating them while we weren't looking?
I haven't been doing anything like that. Wait, Rita, you were losing sleep over gels?
No, of course not. What are you talking about?
They're not snacks, you know. They might be small, but they're pretty expensive.
I can't say I like their taste or texture very much.
Perhaps they're not too pleasing to a princess's palate.
No, that's not it. I don't think they're that good either.
I'm addicted to their simple taste. You just don't get it.
Gels were made sweet and soft so they'd appeal to children after all.
Are you saying my sense of taste is childish?
What's the matter with that? You are both children.
I don't know why, but those skits following that really heavy cutscene just... I don't know, it's really weird timing. But in any case, how much gold do we have, actually? That's actually a fair amount. Most of that is from the waiting game, obviously. Took a little bit of time. And I actually wanted to try to find something I was just reading about. So I did some reading, because I've been actually wanting to try to get a frost stone. So I've been actually looking up ways to get said frost stones. And apparently there are a few different places you can get them, including over here apparently, at like a search point. Now whether I actually get a frost stone successfully like first try, I don't think that's gonna happen. But hey, it's worth at least looking into. I'm not really seeing anything that looks like it could be a search point except for maybe here. Well, there you go, frost stone.
Waiting tables is more fun than I thought it'd be.
It is, isn't it? You can talk with all sorts of people and expand your perspective on the world, too.
You all must be so smart. How come I'm the only one who gets yelled at for messing up orders?
Oh, that must be because they like you so much.
Yeah, Haven't you ever heard that the greatest hate springs from the greatest love?
What sort of crappy love is that?
Forgetting Carol for the moment, why don't you ever wait tables, Yuri?
Huh? It's annoying. I don't want to do it.
Sounds like you just don't know the meaning of fun, kid. You turned down a chance to make nice with a bunch of cute female customers?
Who wants to get friendly with an old pervert anyway?
Trying to avoid conflict. Very clearly, I just have this backlog of skits piled up. Very clearly, that's what's going on. So, did I explore this one yet? I can't remember which ones I've actually explored or not. What town is this? That's Zaphius, I think. This is that didn't hold, and this is Halor. We're just gonna duck into Halor because it's a town where I'm like almost positive there's not gonna be any events triggering by entering. And we're just gonna craft this thing, synthesize this thing really quickly. Okay, so synthesis. Limit kitchen knife. What? Is this like what? What is this? I'm curious, I'm crafting it. I'm not sure what that is, but I'm just gonna play it safe and craft it just in case. Winged boots apparently boost speed, which actually might be kinda nice. It's apparently helpful for speedruns, which by the way, even beyond trophies, people actually do speedrun this game, I discovered. I actually did a little research and found that people actually have gotten it down to about 4.5 hours, somewhere around there, which is actually not too shabby, all things considered, considering how actually long this game kind of is. No tentacles to craft sand. Why do you need... Yeah, some of the ingredients don't make a ton of sense. Have I actually ever talked to this person? Obviously a Critian, but not one who knows about ancient Blastia. Actually, what? Let's go to the mayor's house, see if anything happens. Absolutely nothing. Because I thought they said something about like, oh, go see, like, getting some sort of reward if we came back to town, but obviously not. Oh yeah, they came up with some sort of explanation, I think. But I don't remember what it was, because that was like a really long time ago. We're almost to the length of Okami, by the way, to put it in terms of other Let's Plays. Even though this is only part 58, the extra 10 minutes or so, 5 to 10 minutes per video, has really made a difference in terms of the series not taking a million years.
All that stuff about the balance of the world is pretty hard to take in.
Yeah, I hadn't even been outside the capital until just a while ago myself. And now we're here talking about the fate of the world. You never know what life will bring you.
But isn't that what makes it interesting?
I don't think we can afford to be that relaxed anymore. Estelle doesn't have much time left.
What's the harm? It's not as if acting all serious is gonna solve anything.
Besides, Estelle will notice if we look all worried.
Well, maybe so, but...
We won't forget what Phaeroh said. Relax.
I know, it's just...
Estelle's got it the worst. If we get too down about this, we won't be much help to her.
Actually, something just occurred to me. I'm going to dock into Capuatorum very briefly, because I want to actually see something. If the level 4 limit item is available now. It is not. Okay, so that answers my question. I just wanted to make sure, because if we could get to limit 4, that'd be pretty nice. But hey, I guess I don't want you getting too overpowered too early on, which I totally understand. Just gonna cruise through town a little bit, make sure nothing is going on, because you know how many events I've accidentally found over the course of this journey. Just trying to play it a little bit on the safe side. Could you go into the lighthouse? I was trying to remember. I don't think there's anything here last time. Or this time, for that matter. But I don't think we ever actually explored the lighthouse, so let's actually do that. Yes, this is completely off topic, really. But hey. Again, it just occurred to me, I never actually tried to go to the upper floor. Recently, my daughter and my father have been pretty down. Maybe because the Dawn Bellies are dead. Yeah, that would do it. Let's see. Ifrit brought the Dawn Bellies together in friendship. They really respected him for that. Okay, how do I talk to the kid? Around here? Oh. The Dawn in the north, Bellis in the south, and the Pirate King Ifrit on the seas. Now all of them are gone. I was reading something about actually about some other event in Capricorn. It wasn't Nor, but there's some event involving Raven in this town, and I'm actually curious to see if I can figure out where the heck it is, because I thought I'd seen all the main buildings in town, but apparently not. Okay, double checking. This is the Fortune's Market. Yeah. Okay. So where else could this place even be? What was this again? Oh. Just a store ad on the building for whatever reason. This was in... Yeah, I'm not seeing any other buildings. Maybe it was Nor, and I'm just getting my names mixed up. But in any case, now I guess we're actually going to Espio. I just mainly wanted to get the Limit Trio, and then it was like, wait, should I actually check this other thing? Which also turned out to not be here. So, off we go. One thing I actually wanted to bring up, and I guess now would be a good time before we actually go into Espio, is I actually missed a really big event. Remember back at Gasfrost? Yeah, Gasfrost was the name of the place. Actually, here it is right here. How Judith mentioned that she couldn't find her spear. We missed it. This is really stupid in my opinion. But remember how I made a point about that one quest in Espio involving finding some kind of Blastia in Rita's house? That's the trigger for the quest to get Judith's spear. I'm not a fan of this because it's like the side quest for Judith's weapon starts at least 5, maybe 10 hours before you even know who Judith is. And it just feels a little bit weird to me. I'm not really crazy when games have side quests set that far ahead and have it with such a tight cutoff window for a major character quest. Again, the cutoff for that quest is Espio to Capra Nor when you actually confront Rago in his mansion. So that only leaves Emmett Hill basically as the only buffer to actually get this. So there's no time to get this particular Blastia thing. So we cannot complete just this quest. The reason I found out about this was I stumbled upon a video while researching something about that character Rihanna in the previous video. And in this walkthrough, in this Let's Play, there was actually a brief moment where they went to talk to the shopkeeper in private quest for Judith's spear, and that's why I figured out, wait a minute, I haven't gotten that cutscene. And then I looked it up, and it's like, oh wait, you have to do this thing in Espio at the very beginning of the game to actually unlock this thing in Dawngrest. So yeah, that's not something I'm really happy about, but that's all I want to say about that for now. In any case, thank you for watching, and I hope you join me next time for more Tales of Vesperia.